Most people don't expect danger inside their own homes. The kitchen, the bedroom, the garage, these places feel familiar and safe. But many tragedies don't happen during extreme adventures or risky decisions. They happen during ordinary routines. In today's video, we're looking at 3 everyday situations that ended in tragedy. 3 homes, 3 ordinary moments, and 3 small decisions that changed everything. Story 1. It was February 6, 2020, in a quiet suburban neighborhood outside Columbus, Ohio. Snow had been falling all afternoon, covering the streets and driveways in a thick white layer. At 6:15 p.m., 41-year-old Daniel Brooks pulled into his garage after work. The temperature outside was well below freezing. Daniel left the engine running while he sat in the driver's seat. He wanted the car to warm up before bringing in the groceries. He opened the garage door halfway to let some cold air in. To him, that felt like enough ventilation. The engine idled quietly. Warm air filled the car. Daniel checked his phone, answering a few messages. What was meant to be 2 minutes slowly turned into 10. Inside the garage, invisible fumes were building up. Carbon monoxide, a colorless and odorless gas, was filling the enclosed space. Because the garage was attached to the house, the gas began seeping through small gaps around the interior door. At 6:28 p.m., Daniel stepped out of the car. He felt slightly dizzy, but blamed it on the cold weather. He grabbed 2 grocery bags and walked toward the kitchen door. As he reached for the handle, his vision blurred. Within seconds, he collapsed on the concrete floor. The car engine continued running. The garage slowly filled with more exhaust fumes. At 7:05 p.m., Daniel's wife returned home with their daughter. When she opened the front door, she felt a strange heaviness in the air. She walked toward the kitchen and noticed the garage door slightly open. When she looked inside, she saw Daniel lying on the floor beside the car. Emergency services arrived within minutes. Paramedics found dangerously high levels of carbon monoxide in the garage and kitchen. Daniel was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause was carbon monoxide poisoning. Investigators later confirmed that the half-open garage door did almost nothing to remove the gas. Within minutes, the concentration had reached fatal levels. One running engine in a closed space had been enough. Story 2. On August 18, 2021, in Tampa, Florida, 24-year-old Emily Carter was getting ready for bed. It had been a long, humid summer day. After dinner, she decided to relax in a warm bath. At 9:42 p.m., she filled the tub and placed her phone on the edge of the sink. The battery was low, so she plugged it into a charger. The outlet was less than a meter from the bathtub. Emily lowered herself into the warm water and leaned back. She picked up her phone and started watching short videos. Steam slowly filled the bathroom. Condensation formed on the mirror and the sink surface. The charging cable slowly slid across the damp counter. The phone moved closer to the edge. At 9:58 p.m., as Emily shifted her position, her elbow touched the cable. The phone slipped from her hand. It fell directly into the bathwater. The moment the device touched the water, electricity traveled through the charger and into the tub. Emily gasped and tried to sit up, but her muscles locked instantly. The electric current prevented her from moving. The phone sank to the bottom of the tub. Within seconds, the current passing through the water became fatal. At 10:20 p.m., Emily's roommate knocked on the bathroom door. There was no response. After a few minutes, she forced the door open. Emily was still in the tub, motionless. Emergency responders arrived quickly, but it was too late. Emily had died from electric shock. Investigators determined that the charger was not certified for safe use near water. The outlet also lacked a ground fault safety device. A single drop of a phone into bathwater had been enough. Story 3. On December 3, 2019, in an apartment building in Denver, Colorado, 32-year-old Marcus Hill was preparing his living room for winter. The apartment had only 2 wall outlets. Marcus needed more. He plugged a long extension cord behind the couch. For weeks, everything worked without problems. But under the rug, the cord was heating up. The fabric trapped the warmth, preventing it from cooling down. Small cracks began forming in the insulation. The plastic slowly weakened. On the night of December 3rd, Marcus went to bed around midnight. He left the heater running to keep the room warm. At 2:14 a.m., the overloaded cord reached a critical temperature. The insulation finally gave way. A small spark jumped between the exposed wires. The rug caught fire almost instantly. Flames spread across the floor, reaching the couch within minutes. Smoke filled the apartment. The smoke detector battery had been removed weeks earlier. Marcus woke up coughing, but the room was already full of smoke. He tried to reach the front door. The heat and smoke overwhelmed him. He collapsed just a few steps from the exit. Neighbors called emergency services when they smelled smoke. Firefighters arrived quickly, but the living room was already engulfed in flames. Marcus was found near the doorway. He died from smoke inhalation. Investigators later concluded that the fire started inside the extension cord beneath the rug. The combination of heat, pressure, and overload had caused the insulation to fail. One hidden cord had turned the entire room into a trap. In each of these cases, there were no extreme risks. No dangerous animals, no high-speed crashes, no criminal activity. Just a car left running for a few minutes. A phone used near a bathtub. An extension cord hidden under a rug. Ordinary actions, ordinary homes, and small decisions that turned into fatal moments. Sometimes the most dangerous situations are the ones that feel completely normal